Welcome back, everyone. I am Retro Nate, and as you see, I am in a hoodie because October is here. Life is over. But it's Halloween month, and in that spirit, I figured I would play through another NES game that I have not touched on before. I actually had never played this game up until recently, but it is a game based on a horror movie from the 80s, like right in the wheelhouse of how I grew up. We are going to be playing A Nightmare on Elm Street today. I've heard some people say that this game is way better than expected. I've heard some people say that it is garbage. So it's time for us to play through it ourselves and make a determination. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do so. We are running through every North American NES title. And on our journey of doing that, we're going to rank them all in a list until we come up with a comprehensive ranked list of all of the NES games in their entirety. But in the meantime, let's dive in. We've got to go over to A Nightmare on Elm Street. And I got to say, as someone who hadn't played this game as a kid or had no exposure, this is a pretty bitchin' opening screen. Pretty good screen that they did to give you Freddy here. A good depiction of him on the 8-bit with the the knife hands and all that good stuff. Pretty good. So this is a game that actually rarely features a 4-player option for you. I don't know if this was a multi-tap option or if this was just a 4 players taking turns option. We're obviously only going to use 1 player today. And the basic layout of the game, 7 levels that you have to go through. We're going to start on Elm Street here, and right away you have to punch a snake in the face, which is kind of nice. You start out in front of a house, but the first 3 levels are just different like houses that you find on Elm Street. And it can be random which one you can enter first. So you have to kind of go through. I tried to enter the first house and it didn't let me. Get to the second one, and that one lets me in. So you just have to kind of figure out which house is going to let you in first, and then the first level we are in. So the object here is that you have to collect all of Freddy's bones, and then once you do, you can advance to the next section of the level until you're eventually going to encounter like a ghost type of, or some sort of like apparition or something of Freddy that you have to destroy. And basically you're going to work your way through 7 levels, destroying all these different enemy bosses that are all kind of Freddy themed until you get to a final encounter with him in the basement of the Elm Street High School. And then the game is over. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. We're going to take our time. This game can really, you get a lot of life and continues, but they can get evaporated pretty quickly. I think you get like 4 or 5 hits before it takes a life from you in this game. And one of the big problems I ran into early is trying to rush through this. You got to really take your time, take out some of these enemies, and not waste your hit points and your lives early if you can avoid doing so. Once we've collected, you see the bone counter is at the top. We've worked that down to 0, so now we are able to go down into the basement here and advance to the next section. So the format of the game is going to remain constant throughout. You have to collect every bone, and your counter is right up there at the top. So you see I have 7 more left to collect here. And once I get those 7, I will qualify to fight the boss in this area. And then, we'll just kind of work our way through. Now, what's happening here is I am now going from the awake world into the dream world. And that happens as you both stay still and take damage. That will cause you to enter the dream world. Now, if you're in the dream world, you can, I picked up a power-up earlier, you can use the select button and cycle through different abilities that you've acquired throughout your journey here. So that one was like, a track and field star. He throws like javelins or something. But if you run into a boombox, which shout out to the 80s, boomboxes were amazing, then it wakes you back up and you're back into the regular world. And you see that sleep bar at the top left. It's fully full with red. That means that I am going to stay out of the dream world that I just entered. Now, if you're in the dream world for too long, you can get encountered by Freddy, and that's what you're trying to avoid there. So that dream world meter is going to drain little by little as you're awake. So we've collected all the bones now. We're in the beginning of level 1, and really simple tactic for beating Freddy's hand here. Just kind of hang out over in this leftmost like third of the screen. Switch over to your track and field star and just throw javelins or spears at this hand until it dies, basically. All right, now we've finished level 1. I'm going to go backtrack because it is completely random. I'm going to go backtrack to the first house that we encountered and see if I can get into that one. That would actually make this go a little bit faster. If not, I'm going to have to go all the way back to the right. And of course, it doesn't work. Okay, so got to go all the way to the right to the third house on the street. That's going to be our second level. Like I said, the first 3 houses, shout out to the commenter who helped me out with that when we were trying this out for the first time just recently. But the first 3 houses are random, which one you can enter first, second, and third. So right now we just got to trial and error this thing and see if we can get into a house. So I was hoping it'd be the first one because it would make the next section a little bit faster, but we're going to have to walk our way all the way down Elm Street to get from level 3 to level 4 when we get there. Okay, third house, which is our second level, and that's what we are entering now. All right, up onto this platform, couple of bones to take care of early here. Another thing that I have that has caused me problems is trying to just despawn enemies by moving forward. These things do not despawn very easily. These bats are going to chase me for a while. It's uncommon in NES games that, like, if you can get an enemy off the screen that it despawns on you, you can't really do that in this one. So do take note that, like, if enemies are on the screen, take the time to take care of them so that they're not chasing you, because it really becomes a nuisance very quickly. Like here, for example, I'm going to need to wait at this pit because I don't want to get hit by these spiders. So much more worth it to take them out. There we go. Come on. Shoot. Took a hit, but meh. All right, 2 more bones to find over these flying daggers from the column there. Watch out for that bat. 1 more, and then it opens up the next area, so I can ascend now to the attic of this second level. Okay, and the only thing here, there's sometimes there are levels where bones are kind of hidden, and it's important to take note here. I'm going to move up a little bit. It's important to take note of a couple of different spots. I'll try to call them out when I get to them, ones that I got lost on a few times. But yeah, so as you see too in the dream world, the enemies change a little bit. They go from like flies and bats to ghosts, and it looks like some of them also gain some hit points as a result of that. So it just good to note that if you can stay out of the dream world for a while, enemies tend to be a little bit easier. The only thing is I now have abilities. You have abilities that you can use in the dream world that you cannot use in regular play. So even though I was my little track and field guy, I can't use that when I'm in the awake space, as it were. Okay, that bone in the cobweb there is one that I miss very frequently, so do take note of that. Oh, look at me being the best. I did not intend to jump around that rat, but I'm not going to be upset that I did. Got the last bone, and now we are up to boss number 2, which is Freddy's face, similar to like the hand here. And he's going to extend all the way to the far left of the screen, and every now and then he's going to spawn tongues. So you're going to just want to duck in the corner here and rack up as many hits as you can. Sometimes those tongues can overrun the screen, which is very annoying. We're getting a pretty fortunate run of it, this one here, where I don't think we're going to take too much, if any, damage. Of course, I said something, and now I'm probably going to. No, we've been pretty fortunate there. So took care of the second boss relatively easily. And now we got to make our way all the way back to the house on the left, because that is... that's the last one that we're going to get into. I'm going to see if this zombie will despawn if I let it walk for a while, just so I don't have to wait behind it. All right, I did get rid of it in that case. So it has to go significantly off the screen to despawn in that case, just so you know. They will do it eventually, but not just by like simply being off the screen by a pixel or two. They got to be off the screen for a while. All right, off to the first house that we couldn't go in, and now that we've beaten the other 2, it's available to us. All right, third level. Big bone that you don't want to miss. The one in the window right up here. I forget that one constantly, and then I got to walk all the way back to get that one. Another section here, these floating things, they're going to fly down. Look at the bats. They're still there, even though I passed them a long time ago. Oh, took a hit there. But you got to wait for the right timing to get out of this pit, because it's not easy, and those things will bump you into that pit. So do be... cautious about getting out of that little platform area. That one gets me a little bit. And then you can make a big jump and collect both bones on that jump there. Okay, little jump in and out to get that one. 2 more bones to get, and now we get ourselves a new ability down here. Now, I don't know which ability this is, but I know it's one that we're going to use, because we're going to end up getting both of the other abilities here in this level. And so I'm not sure which one that is, but we got one of the ones we're going to need, which is important. Okay. Oh. Bat was sitting right there and I couldn't hit him. All right, 1 more bone in the window here, and now we are clear to go to the attic. Let's go up here. And yeah, that yin-yang there, I'm guessing that's like makes you a monk or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how they did that. All right, rat to take care of here. Let's get this bat out of here first. And then that one. Oh, of course they respawn. Why wouldn't they? There, that bone is the tricky one to get. And then we can just move past these things. Cups of coffee. That also refills your dream meter, so you don't have to worry as much about that as going back into the dream world. If you get a cup of coffee, it's going to fully fill that meter for you. I'm just going to go this way, I think. Oh, shoot. I thought that was going to be a one-shotter. Getting out of that little area with the flies and the bats is sometimes very tricky, so I'll just backtrack for that bone there. Okay, one up on the box here, one down here. And that's going to be the trapdoor. So this is the first level that has 3 areas that we're going to have to clear. I need to take care of... Oh, my. Jeez. A lot of bug punching there. All the way over here to this platform on the right. Watch out for the knives. You can duck under these. Now, you don't need to recollect those abilities once you have them. Once you have them for good. So really, those different abilities are there for no reason at all for you. All right, we are down into the basement now of whatever house this is. Ooh, very close. Saving myself on a few hits, though. I haven't taken hits where I've otherwise taken hits in this game before, so good to just take your time through this stuff. There is no hurry, especially at this point. The dream meter does not dissipate as you are fighting bosses, so you can take your time and stand still on these all you want. Now I've got this ninja ability. I don't know if that's from the yin-yang or whatever, but he has a jump kick, and that jump kick kind of has a goofy hitbox, but it's very effective against these bouncy bosses, which is basically what we're going to face the rest of the way. And basically I just wait until it's kind of like on the ground, and then use my jump. I jump through the enemy quickly so I'm not taking a shot there. Is kind of how I go through this. I don't always hit him. There we go. There we go. But yeah, see, like, if it hits you from the top, I did take a death there. If it hits you from the top, the hitbox is not really forgiving that way. You got to hit it from underneath, or from, like, on... even that, it got me from underneath. You got to kind of hit it when it's level or rising a little bit. I don't know. You get used to it after you use it for a little bit. So, there... Whoops. Took a shot from a snake. Unneeded. All right, we've finished the first 3 levels. Now we have to make our way all the way over to the right to the dump, I think, or to the garbage dump or whatever. That is going to be level 4. So we have a long way. We're going to actually walk through. That was stupid. We're going to actually walk through the entire length of Elm Street here to get all the way over to the right for our next level. So once you finish those first 3 houses, then you have to go all the way to the right, and then you're going to backtrack one level at a time until you get to Elm Street High. So there's the 3rd house that we went into. A couple of zombies to take care of. You're also going to watch out for, bats dropping stones from up above. A couple of rats to jump over. These line of 3 bats that you got to just slowly and surely. There's Elm Street High. That's the 7th level. That's going to be the last one that we complete and where we're going to end up killing Freddy. We're just not quite there yet. You don't have to duck to kill those snakes. That's actually a nice little feature there, because ducking just takes an extra 2 seconds, and I don't have that kind of time. A little bit of dilapidation on that building there. Whoops. Who hasn't just jumped right into a zombie's chest in their life? Am I right? If I had a nickel. Now, as I'm playing this game, I gotta tell you, like, it's an LJN title. It's a movie title. My expectations were bottom of the barrel for this one. Whoops. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. My expectations were bottom of the barrel for this one, and I have to say, going through it, it's fine. It's a fine game. It's got a little bit of jank, of course. NES games do. Certainly LJN games do, and certainly movie games do, but this one was okay as it pertains to NES movie games. Okay, into the junkyard now. Lots of bones in here, and kind of a couple of spots where you can get into trouble, but we'll see if we can collect all these nice and easy and get through. A little cup of coffee, keep ourselves safe. Only thing here with these rats, dude, they are... I always take a hit from that one. I'm just bad at controlling that area. There's a little bit of momentum movement in this game, too, which makes it tough. Like, there's a little bit of glide and drift after you fall. So that takes a little bit of time to get used to, especially when you're trying to be precise with your movements and stuff. There we go. Get out of there. That was good. And then zombies respawn from that point, so do be careful. Okay, quick jump over. Grab that. There we go. Oh, boy. See these bats, man? They never leave me alone. All right, now let's just get this rat without dying. There we go. All right, quick grab that bone, and then follow this zombie all the way to the right, jumping over the rocks on the way, and then a big jump up there. Try to get through there without getting hit. really do have to save the hits. They can stack up in this game quite quickly, and you really want to, like, you want to be very conscious of the health that you carry, because there will be points where, you know, there's enough going on that you're going to lose lives throughout this game. And, see, like, one little hit there, one little hit there. You have a lot of continues to use, and you get 5 lives per continue. You also get extra lives with every boss that you kill, which is a very nice perk. So you're going to get extra lives as you move through. But even with all of that, by the end of the game, I'm typically on my last continue and typically nearing my last lives. So just be aware that it is a little trickier than it might appear with all the lives that you do get in this game. Okay, jump up and then over. One last bone. There we go. All right. One rat, and then I think we jump over a couple of rocks here, and then we are out. Okay. 4th boss. It's like this demon. It flies in kind of like a sine wave pattern, and it's going to spawn little enemies. And your job really is every time it comes down, just give it one kick. At least that's the way that I've gotten through it. The kick also takes care of the things that it spawns, which makes life a little bit easier. Okay. Try to get into a rhythm, but eventually he's going to go faster and faster, and it gets harder and harder. So really just trying your best to time out when he's at his low point. Like that. There we go. Okay, his low point is coming over here now. Ah, there we go. Doing okay right now. Haven't really taken too many hits, which is good. There we go. All right, he's speeding up now. Shoot. Oh, crad. Crad? Crap and rats turned into crad? There's no D in either of those words. I have problems. All right, I'm way off rhythm here. Let's go. Focus on him. It's the spawned enemies that's killing me. There we go. There we go. Okay. Whew. Takes a little bit of planning where he's going to be for that. Whoops. Took a shot there. Let the snake despawn. Okay. Underneath the rocks. And now it's nice because we only have to push left for one level at a time. The 5th level is the next one, which is the cemetery, which is the next one you come upon as you work your way back to the left. So you don't really have to traverse the Elm Street too much anymore. We're just going to be going through the last of the levels here and then facing off with Freddy. Okay. Oh, wait. That spawns flies. Didn't want to take an extra shot there. Okay. And then you can move through these. Now, I'm just saying, those things jumping out of the water look definitely like some items that make people. That's all I'll say. All right, off we go to get our coffee, refill our meter. We got 6 lives, full continues, liking this. I went and said something. All right, well, I'm going to take my invincibility and cross over. All right, you can stay out of the way of this, and then you can jump on the bubble here. Just a second. Boom. Quick jump on the bubble, then it won't pop, and across you go. Shot to the snake, kill that bat. A couple of zombies spawning out of here. They take 3 shots, so be aware. Grab the bone. Don't need the bubble there. Grab a power-up I don't need. Okay, quick jump through these. Just push as best you can to get through those. More waiting that you do probably brings in more problems with how much is on screen. Zombies spawn from here. Do give that a shot, otherwise you take a very cheap hit point that you didn't want to lose. Up onto the bubble, and then over here. Beautiful. Feeling good right now. 5 lives, full continues, 1 more fly spawning grave, snake punch in the face, avoid the boulder, watch out for these demon seeds. You saw what I did there. Okay. Took a rock to the shin. Feels like among all things, that's really not the worst thing that you could take, but whatever. Okay, back to our ninja. Readjust because I'm old. And similar pattern for this enemy. They're going to be spawning those ghosts, though. Like that. And this one, actually, I find to be a lot easier. The hitbox is a lot easier than the last enemy. So you're just going to kind of take your time and work through this one when he's at his low point. There we go. I say when he's at his low point, like when he's, his wife left him and his, he lost his job. Like, get him at his low point. That's when you really want to get him. All right, he is going to start speeding up here soon, down to 3 bars of health. You see the enemy health at the top, too. I don't think I've referenced that yet. That's where you can see how much health they have left. Come on, he's still on 3 bars. All right, down to 2. Now he's starting to speed up a little bit. Okay, now he's really cooking. Ooh, that was kind of slick. Look at me. Be the best. To be the best, you gotta beat the best. Okay. There we go. Taking out these. Boom! That was a pretty clean run. Liked the way that all unfolded. All right. 2 more levels to go. We finished the cemetery. Now we just have 1 dilapidated house and Elm Street High. You can jump over most of these guys, but watch out for your blades coming through the floor. Now, this is a level when you're likely going to enter the dream world and likely going to encounter Freddy. I would recommend very strongly take your time here. Don't worry about falling into the dream world. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just take every instance where you have an enemy or where you have some sort of pitfall and do not waste lives. I have wasted a ton on this level, and you can find yourself getting to the end and suddenly being very out of lives that you thought you would have when you were getting to Freddy, and then you're up against it by the end. Definitely kill that bat first, and then run under. Kill this one before you go further. Just get rid of them. Now, they spawn from there, but there can only be 2 on the screen at any one time. So if you're finding yourself with trouble on those, maybe you want to leave 2 on the screen for a little. That was just poor planning there. Okay. I got to get this spider out of here. There. Now back into this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Got my 2 bones. Now we go back here. Punch that spider. I think I got far enough ahead that bat is not going to chase me. But we're into the dream world. Okay. Now, I can use my special abilities here, which is nice, and I probably am going to. So the ninja not only has the jump kick, but also has a ninja star that they can throw to that has a limited range. So that's my favorite ability to use. Of course, I'm talking and not paying attention. My favorite ability to use, just pretty versatile in terms of what they can do attacking these enemies. So it is a little janky, though. You will find that as you're attacking enemies in this game, sometimes you fire a projectile and stuff, and it just goes right through them, and you don't know why. Just chalk it up to the wonderful NES jank that is. Now, you can kick those red spidery things with your drop kick, and then they're like paralyzed for a minute, and you can move through them safely, which is a nice feature of this as well. Whoops, got hit by blood. All right, let's go this way. A couple of bats to deal with here. Your ninja stars work well for those. Now, the other cool thing, because we're definitely going to happen, it's going to happen in here, is that we're going to encounter Freddy, and man, when the music switches to that 1-2 Freddy's coming for you, it is a little creepy, man. It definitely adds a little bit of the heartbeat to this game when you're stressing a little bit about running into him. We're almost to him now. There we go. Quick grab that. And we're going to kick right through this guy. All right. There we go. Jeez. A lot of stuff. Okay, here it comes. See? Whew. That's a little creepy, man. Last bone right there. Get through the blood drips. Oh, man. Just not taking my time here. Up we go. We're definitely going to encounter him here soon. I typically do on these runs. One more time through the jingle. Oh, Freddy, trademark, is coming. Now, the thing is with Freddy, he's actually quite simple. You can use your ninja ability. You can use really any of the other abilities you have. I'll show you the other one because I've already shown you like our track star ability. And I'll show you that as we get further. But really all you got to do, if you have the ninja, just drop kick through him a few times. He's going to drop a few of his Freddy hands on the screen, and they can give you a little bit of trouble if you don't clear him out. But if you just stay on top of it and clear him out, once his life is gone, he just leaves. And that's it. And then you're fine to get rid of the next one. Or to move in on the next one. Okay, this platform actually does disappear. So you will have to time your jump. If you don't get it jumping onto the platform, you can always just wait until it drops to the bottom and then jump off to the right to save yourself there. We're going to get out of the dream world now, though. We don't need to stay in there and keep our abilities. And we're going to push to the left here and see if we can clear out the rest of these bones. Stay up high here, and then you can drop down here, kill that spider, grab my bone. There are many adolescent bone jokes that can be made in this game. I gotta say, I'm going to score some points for this game because of that when it comes to ranking it. Okay, couple of flies to worry about. I hate this one. The way the timing in which they spawn is terrible. Ooh, that was kind of slick, though. Oh, that was not. Oh, gosh, I'm out of control. Okay. Whew. Just get that. Oh, no. Okay. I'll take the hit. Just don't get bumped off. That's really all I cared about. Up we go. And up onto the top. Last time over to the top, we're going to jump on this. Drop down and get our bone down here. Then up to the top platform. This is a very long stage, but we're coming up on the attic part, which is the last part of it. And then we're going to descend down here because we have a lot of bones to collect down here. A lot of little jumps that you're going to need to do. Wow, I got very fortunate in the timing of those little traps. All the way to the left, one more blade underneath this bone here. And then we are pushing back to the right to go up the stairs. We've collected all of them in this level. One more. Spider. Okay, and then it's actually pretty clear on the top level, which is nice. Seriously, guys, it turned into October. It got dark outside. It got cold. I don't know what happened. All right, up to the attic. And we're back into the dream world. Because we're sleepy. Because we're old. Well, I'm old. I don't know why he's sleepy, but I'm old, and that's why I'm sleepy. All right, let's hit this red skeleton. If you push them all the way back... That was stupid. If you push them all the way back to the platform, that's when they disappear. Because I don't think they actually die from attacks. I think you just have to push them through. All right. We're going to grab our radio. We don't need to be in the dream world for this. Again, you can choose to stay in the dream world any of the time you want to utilize those abilities. If you're having trouble getting through any of these sections, whoops, you can choose to stay in there, and then it... oh, wait, I gotta go down here. Yeah, you can choose to stay in there and make use of your abilities if that ends up helping you, clear this area a little bit easier. So, kind of nice to have that option, I suppose. But it does bring in the risk of running into Freddy. Now, if you have no trouble running into Freddy, well then, more power to you. Just stay in the dream world, use your powers, and, c'est la vie. Okay, one more. There we go. Going underneath, yep. We can always backtrack to our spider. We'll kill this fly. Beautiful. Already have that, but I don't like seeing power-ups on the screen because that's just me as a human being, not wanting to see that there. All right, 4 bones left to collect. We get a couple of pits here that we have to get through. And then one more tricky one to collect in this level before we're at the boss. Boss of this level is going to be Freddy's head and glove making its way through. You'll see when we get there, but you can kill each one independently of each other, but Freddy's head is the one that has way more HP. The glove just makes it a lot tougher to navigate the level. So we're almost there. One more bone to get. Oops. Man, punch range is terrible here. All right, one more to get here. Here's the way I jump this one. Just over as he goes down, and then I wait until this platform is on its way back up before I jump, just to have a safety net in case I fall down that pit. Okay, back to our ninja ability. This is my favorite to use, and there's Freddy's head, and there's his glove. His glove doesn't really move around that much. Oh, man. I'm saying all this, and then I'm getting smoked by it. And really, I want to kind of keep Freddy's head moving slowly. My goal is to actually get rid of the glove first. Just makes life a little bit easier. But the more I hit Freddy's head, the more he's going to move around faster. So, oh boy. All right, I should really just be better at this game. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Take that, glove. Okay, good. Now at least I can manage around one of these things, and he's actually quite simple. Pretty similar hitbox, but he doesn't hang out up top very long. He's gonna bleed like blood out of his nose. The guy has like hemophilia or something. I'm not sure. Sorry, no shade to any hemophiliacs out there. That's terrible. But nonetheless, he is bleeding constantly out of his nose, and he really just needs to get under control. In the meantime, we're just going to keep kicking him in said nose that is bleeding because we have no mercy. And he's been terrorizing our dreams, and I just need some in sleep, you know? Like, sorry. You mess with my dreams, I got a problem with that. We got him in a nice little rhythm here. Come on, one more shot. Maybe. There it is. Boom. All set. We're going to Elm Street High. We finished the other 6 levels. Now we just have to go collect the last of Freddy's bones and burn them in the basement furnace. So Elm Street High is by far the toughest level. There are 2 particular jumps in this level that can eat up lives. And one of them is right off the bat when you get here. So we're going to go up top here. We have to drop down here, grab this bone, go over only when it's safe. All right, got our coffee. This is the tough jump. Here's what you want to do. Run to the left, and when it gets to the windowsill, you mini jump. I missed it. It's very tricky to get. I've wasted many a life this way. But we did make it on that one. You'll see when you try it, is that one is particularly tricky. There is one more tricky one, and it's right down here. Same idea. I don't do the full jump, because if I do, here, I'll show you. You hit your head on that ceiling, and it brings you down a little bit faster. What I like to do is just do a mini jump right at the end of the surface. Can I get back? Now, when you're going back, zombie's going to hit you. I'm automatically going to take that bump because I landed on the surface. Continue. I landed on the surface. It's going to respawn me on the platform that I landed on last. So you want your feet to touch down on that left side first before I wouldn't even try to punch him or anything like that. I would just make sure that you land, take the bump, maybe take the death. It's not going to, it shouldn't derail your chances of beating this game at this point. And then move your way through. And once you've gotten through those 2 jumps, it's a lot easier on this side. I say that as I take a rock to the head, but it really is. Okay, let's drop down here, grab this one, and then we're going to go back. We want to go up and grab the one on top here, and then drop down, and now we get ourselves a nice bunch of easy ones. Right on the windowsills there, and then one more through. Boom. Over this, great timing. One more tricky little area here. We got to push this guy. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Push him to the edge of the pit, and he will die. All right, just 3 more bones to get here. We're going to drop down, get one here, and then there's one up by the bookshelf. All right. Got it. There we go. That was smooth. Pretty good. We used one continue, not the end of the world. We got, Dream World time coming. We got 2 more levels to get through, like stages of this last level, and then we are going to be down to the bottom. Okay, into the basement. So descending here, 2nd level now of Elm Street High, going downstairs. You know how downstairs of the high school is always creepy AF. That's basically what we got going here. These guys take 2 shots. They're getting a little bit stronger here. 1 bone on the windowsill. I could be using other abilities. Why am I using my punch? Switch to my ninja. There we go. And now, doesn't matter, because I grabbed the boombox, so it doesn't matter at all. That would be coffee if we were in the light world, which I'm never going to say no to. All right, a couple more 2-hit bats here. Oh, that one's a 2-hit bat. There we are. And let these things, yeah. Oh, that was bad. All right, I think there was a blade under there, no? Oh, man, why can't I punch the stinking bat anymore? It's like the most basic of enemies. All right, drop down in here, grab that one. Now you got to jump up on this platform, time it. Ooh, I did not do that right. When you're at the top, jump over to the right, get up that. Now watch the blade on the left here when it retracts. Then I just drop down here, grab the bone. Up we go here. Now, I like to go off the lockers here. It just gives me a little bit of clearance over that. And then quick swing through where those zombies are spawning. Off we go. Last little section here. If you hang out right here... Oh, whoops. Well, now I got hit, so I'm just going to go. There we go. Don't come at me, bat. All right, there we are. Oh boy. Got one more up top that we got to go get. You can see now the obstacles are kind of stacking on top of each other. It gets a little bit tough to figure out what to attack when. Got to go up top here to get the last bone. Watch out for that fly. Over here and down the pit. Last stage before the boss rush. Okay? Lots of bones to collect. I just take the hit there typically. I always forget that there's a rat and I just walk through it. You can see why you need to stack up those lives here, because now I'm still in decent shape, but I've been taking bumps all throughout here, and it's not easy to... Oh, what do I got? I waited until he fell on me. Not the best idea. Guys, learn from my mistakes on this, okay? These walkthroughs are really so you can see what not to do. You understand? That's also valuable. Stay up top here. I'm not going to get the bones on the bottom. You'll see why in a minute, because once we get the rest on the right side, where we need to go is actually down on the left. So we're going to backtrack to that spot that I just passed to get the rest of those bones. Okay. We have to wait for this platform to rise up from the bottom, and then we're going to jump on it and get that bone at the bottom. Boom. A little bit of blood drip here. I mean, really, the amount of blood in this school is concerning. Ooh, almost missed a bone there. All right, I can use my abilities if I want. Platform and jump. I would have thought that those would have sunk, but they do not. No real way to get through that, I don't think, unless you take a bump, which is fine. Okay, one more bone over here to the right, and then we are going to backtrack to where we have to go. There we go. One more. Got it. And we're out of here. Okay, so 3 bones left is the count you should have once you get that one on the right. Just took a spot of blood right on the head. How is it that blood and a knife-filled glove take the same amount of health from you? Like, oh, I got a little dirty with a spot of blood. Oh, I was hit by knives. Also, same amount of health that drains from you. Okay. Doing okay here. Push forward. Last little platform here. Off we go. Watch out. Okay, now we're going to stay on the bottom, collect this one here, and we're just going to walk through these little gloves here, get our last bones, and then drop down the pit here on the left. Now you're going to do a boss rush of everyone that you already fought. Okay? Now I'm going to switch to this. This has a little bit more range. I don't know if this is a monk or what. But it's got a little bit more range and you can fire off these projectiles a little faster. I've never seen this glove go 5 times right in front of it. Can I bait it? There we go. There we go. Let's get it out here. Bunch of shots. This one's a nice, easy one to start, but you do want to stay all the way to the left. I know before you could go like a quarter of the screen to the right, or like you could be in the first quarter of the screen, be all the way over to the left here, and you can't extend that far. Okay. One of them is done. Moving on to Freddy's head on top of a tether. This ability, by the way, can jump a lot higher, which is kind of cool. In case you find that you prefer that ability. I definitely could see there might be better use cases for using this ability in the game outside of when, you know, I might have been using the ninja or whatever. I just like the jump kick that the ninja offers. This one just offers an extended jump. Maybe even an ability that would help with those tough jumps I highlighted at the beginning of this stage. I'm not sure. Now I am going to switch back to our ninja, though, because we got Freddy's hand to deal with. He has hand, and he's going to need it. Okay. There we are. Good rhythm we're in now. It's all about judging how they're going to bounce off that wall. And eventually, by the time you've played this many bosses, you can get kind of good at, you know, figuring out where that's going to be. All right, 3 bosses down, 3 to go, and then Freddy. Now we got this stupid, like, demon bat thing. I hate this thing. This is the one I struggle with the most, I would think. Or at least I feel like I do. It's because of the spawns, man. There we go. Yeah, the hitboxes on those spawn things are so tough. One thing I need to be better at, and I think you can learn from me on this, just focus on the boss. Really try not to get distracted by the spawned enemies. They're going to keep coming. And if you can avoid, you know, if you absolutely have to hit them, great. But don't go out of your way to hit him, and really just focus on hitting this guy as often as possible. Ooh, that was a good shot. Uh-oh. Ooh. I'm in no man's land here. There we go. Okay. Finally got through him. I got 1 life left, but 2 continues still. Now we're up to the ghost boss. This one's a little bit easier, a lot wider hitbox on this one. I feel like the health these bosses have is a little lower the second time you face them too, which is a nice little asset to deal with here. There we are. We're in good shape right now on this. Oh, that was stupid. There we go. Oh, I thought I had him. Thought I had him. One more continue. Let's get this thing finished. There we go. All right, just Freddy's head and glove remain before Freddy himself. Now, the glove is a lot harder on this one. It follows the rules of the other glove, the one that was bouncing around like willy-nilly. The first installment of this is very slow, so very important to take out this glove as quick as you can on this one. I'm not trying to hit Freddy, but I am definitely lighting him up. Okay, there we go. Now is when I want to just get him in a nice rhythm of kicking him right in the nose. Oops. Yeah, he's definitely not in that rhythm we had him in last time. He's in more of like going around the screen like twice before he comes down to kickable level. There we go. All right, and now it's Freddy. Now I'm going to switch over to these... the monk here, it's got a little bit of... Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm sticking with the girl I brought to the dance, baby. We're going with the ninja. There he is. The haunter of dreams. Little bastard. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Come on. A couple of shots. He's really not too tough. Again, same idea, but definitely want to clear out these hands when you have a chance to. Oh, and I hit him! And that was it! He runs away scared. All of the bones that we have collected throughout the entirety of Elm Street are now thrown into the basement furnace in Elm Street High School, and we've done it. We have destroyed Freddy Krueger. I mean, he was carrying a lot of bones. So the evil is purged, fire purifies all. The bones are ashes, soon to be dust. Freddy, trademark, is dead, and the nightmare is ended. Or is it? Or has it? I was so close. There it is. A Nightmare on Elm Street is done. Overall, I think a reasonably good game for LJN, for a movie game. It's a lot of fun to play through. Hopefully this video helps you to clear the same game as well. And hopefully you enjoyed the video, and thanks for hanging out. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. We are on our way towards 5,000 subscribers, which is bananas to even think about. And we'd love to have you on board. In the meantime, take care of yourself, and I will catch you next time.